If you asked most employers right now what they are struggling to find in candidates, the answer would not be a degree or 10 years of experience. It would be this: someone who genuinely understands how to work with AI and can prove it. The demand for AI literate professionals has outpaced the supply in almost every industry, and the gap between people who have built real, demonstrable AI skills and people who have not is showing up directly in salaries, promotions, and hiring decisions. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 6 AI skills that are generating the most value for professionals in 2026. Not the most technically impressive, not the most complex, but the most practically useful and the most in demand across the widest range of industries. And for each one, I will show you exactly how to start building it, even if you have no technical background at all. Stay until skill number 1. It is the one that surprises people the most, and it is the most accessible of all 6. Skill number 6 is prompt engineering, and despite being relatively new as a named discipline, it has already become one of the most sought-after capabilities in the AI job market. Prompt engineering is the ability to communicate with AI tools in a way that produces consistently excellent outputs. It sounds simple, and at a basic level, it is. But the difference between a professional who uses AI prompts casually and one who has genuinely developed this skill is significant and measurable in the quality of their work. The core principles are straightforward. Specificity beats vagueness every time. A prompt that defines the audience, the format, the tone, the length, and the constraints will produce a dramatically better result than a prompt that simply describes a topic. Context matters as much as the instruction itself. And iteration, treating the first response as a starting point rather than a final answer, is what separates good outputs from genuinely excellent ones. The reason this skill is so valuable to employers is that it multiplies the productivity of everyone who uses it. A team where every member prompts effectively produces better work faster than a team where prompt quality is inconsistent. Employers who understand AI are actively looking for people who can raise that floor. The fastest way to build this skill is deliberate daily practice. Use Claude or ChatGPT for at least one real work task every day. Each time you get a mediocre output, ask yourself what context or constraint was missing from the prompt, and try again. Within 30 days of this practice, the improvement in your output quality is consistently noticeable. Skill number 5 is AI workflow automation. The ability to identify repetitive processes in your work and connect AI tools together to handle them without your ongoing involvement. This skill sits at the intersection of process thinking and AI literacy, and it is one of the most commercially valuable capabilities in any organization right now. Companies are not just looking for people who can use individual AI tools. They are looking for people who can look at a workflow, a sequence of tasks that happens repeatedly, and redesign it so that AI handles the mechanical steps while humans focus on the judgment calls. The tools most commonly used for this are Zapier, Make, and Microsoft Power Automate for connecting applications together, combined with AI tools like Claude or ChatGPT as the processing layer. A practical example: a content team might automate the process of taking a raw interview transcript, summarizing the key points using AI, drafting a social media post from each key point, and routing the drafts for human review, all without manual intervention at any step except the final approval. You do not need a technical background to build useful automations at this level. The platforms are designed for non-developers. What you do need is the habit of asking one specific question about every repetitive task in your work. What would need to happen for AI to handle this? That question, asked consistently, develops your automation instinct over time. Skill number 4 is data literacy, the ability to read, interpret, and act on data in an AI-augmented environment. This is not data science. You do not need to write code or build statistical models. Data literacy at the level most employers are looking for in 2026 means being able to look at an AI-generated analysis, understand what it is actually telling you, identify where it might be misleading or incomplete, and make a confident decision based on it, rather than deferring to whoever produced the analysis. As AI tools generate more reports, dashboards, and recommendations across every business function, the ability to engage critically with that output becomes increasingly rare and valuable. The person who can say with confidence, "This analysis is solid, but it is missing this variable, and that changes the recommendation," is the person who gets trusted with the bigger decisions. Coursera and LinkedIn Learning both have excellent data literacy courses that require no prior mathematical background and can be completed in under 10 hours. The Google Data Analytics Certificate is one of the most recognized credentials in this space and takes approximately 6 months at a part-time pace. Skill number 3 is AI content creation. The ability to use AI tools to produce professional quality, written, visual, and audio content at a pace and scale that would previously have required a full team. This skill is relevant far beyond content creators and marketers. Any professional who produces reports, presentations, proposals, training materials, or client communications is a content creator in the relevant sense. And in every one of those contexts, the person who can produce excellent content twice as fast as their colleagues, using AI to draft, refine, and format, is objectively more valuable to their employer. The combination of tools that produces the best results for most professionals is a language model like Claude for written content, Canva with AI features for visual content, and ElevenLabs for audio where relevant. The critical skill on top of the tools is editorial judgment, the ability to take an AI-generated first draft and improve it meaningfully, adding genuine insight, the right tone, and the human perspective that makes the content worth reading. AI handles the production. You provide the quality control and the originality. Skill number 2 is AI ethics and judgment, and this is consistently the most underestimated skill on this list. As AI is deployed more widely in consequential settings, hiring decisions, medical recommendations, financial advice, legal analysis, organizations face a growing need for people who can ask the right critical questions about AI outputs. Is this recommendation fair? Is this data representative? What are the failure modes of this system? Who bears the consequences if it gets this wrong? These questions cannot be answered by the AI itself. They require human judgment, ethical reasoning, and a clear understanding of how AI systems work at a conceptual level. Employers in regulated industries, finance, healthcare, legal, government, are actively hiring for this combination of skills and paying significant premiums for it. Building this skill starts with developing a framework for evaluating AI outputs critically. Ask 3 questions about any significant AI recommendation. What data was this based on? What might that data be missing? And who is affected if this is wrong? That habit, applied consistently, is the foundation of genuine AI ethics competence. And skill number 1, the one that underpins all 5 of the skills above, is human and AI collaboration. The ability to work effectively alongside AI systems in a way that produces outcomes neither you nor the AI could produce alone. This sounds abstract, but it is deeply practical. It means knowing when to delegate to AI and when to rely on your own judgment. Knowing how to verify AI outputs rather than accepting them uncritically. Knowing how to use AI to augment your thinking rather than replace it. And knowing how to communicate clearly about AI capabilities and limitations to colleagues and clients who may be less familiar with the technology. This skill is the hardest to teach formally and the easiest to develop through deliberate practice. The professionals who build it earliest are the ones who will look back in 5 years and understand why their careers took a different trajectory from their peers. The AI Proof. Your career guide in the description covers the complete framework for building all 6 of these skills alongside your current job, including the task audit worksheet, the AI literacy stack, and the 30-day action plan. It is 14 pages and available as an instant download right now. Subscribe for new videos every Monday and Thursday, and drop a comment below. Which of these 6 skills are you going to work on first? I read every single one.